Harry Potter helps explain what an LGBTQ plus ally should be. Daniel Radcliffe explains his issue with the word ally in a fascinating conversation with trans and non-binary young people. The Harry Potter star, 33, has long been a supporter of the LGBTQ plus community, and in a new series has sat down with a group of young people to get insight into their lives and identities. Sharing Space, a new YouTube series by the Trevor Project, aired its first episode on Trans Day of Visibility and saw the actor join in a conversation between 6 young people on growing up trans or non-binary and what their identities mean to them. Talking to the 6 youths, Daniel said he has weird little problems with the word ally and finds it suspicious when a person self-refers as an ally. Though he went on to explain that there are people who embody the word's original meaning very powerfully. The group also discussed gender dysphoria, a term Daniel admitted he was embarrassed to not have heard before. I've got issues about the ally thing. Not issues, like thank God for the allies. You will never, no movement survives without allies.
Right.
So thank God for the people who step out of their privilege to stand in solidarity with you. God bless the allies. When gay men were being decimated by AIDS, we wouldn't have survived without lesbians and without, the straight mothers and grandmothers that, loved us no matter what. Same thing with the civil rights movement. The people who come down south and risk their own lives and often not return home. Yeah. Every movement needs allies. I don't know that men can be feminist, but we can certainly be pro-feminist and support feminist causes, and so on. So every movement needs allies, but people who call themselves allies need to understand that it comes with a cost. You are standing in solidarity. You are stepping out of privilege, and we've experienced, we know, people who, they like some gay people. Gay people are fun. What's not to like? We throw a good dinner party. We're nice. If it's going to have a dress up, costume ball, we're going to be we've got these gay pride parades that we forgot were protests. We're remembering this year. So we're fun. So they wanted to be with the fun people, or maybe they had a gay cousin or whatever, and they wanted to, show them. But the minute that a denomination or a political party put us in danger, where's my ally? Where'd they go? That they chose ideology over us. They were never an ally. They were always we were a curiosity, as long as it didn't cost them anything. And they were supportive in lots of ways. Maybe they did some good things. But when the arrows started flying, where are these allies? So God bless the allies. I hope I'm a good ally to various communities, and I bless every good ally I've known. But if you're going to call yourself an ally, there is some risk. If you're not willing to take that risk, you're at best a friend. Maybe just a visitor. Maybe just an onlooker. But an ally might not make it back from Montgomery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? An ally is going to march in the parade or show up at the drag event or at least tell their compatriots in that party or church, I think you're wrong. And so God bless the allies, and God challenge those who only use the name.
Yeah. I think I get what he's saying. I truly do. I think I get what he's saying. That being an ally comes at a cost. It truly does. If you're an ally, you march.
Yep.
If you're an ally, you speak out. And if you're an ally and somebody at the office says a joke that maybe isn't quite so funny, you say, that isn't so funny.
There you go.
And you call people out on their indiscretions. So if you're going to be an ally, be an ally.
And what better, there's lots of people out there, but what better person than Harry Potter
Yeah.
Daniel, right? To come out and be an example of what an ally can look like and be like, and to use his status to say, and even question, like, that word bothers me and wondering why it bothers me. But to be an example means to be a good ally. It's like, it's not, you can't wave the magic wand to make it go away or do some magic. Ally, you stand.
Yeah.
You are there through thick and thin, good days and bad days. You're there. You're there every step of the way. I would like to think there were some allies at Stonewall when Stonewall went down.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I know they were. And so it's like one of those reminders that our allies are equally as important as the task that's before us that we're up against. And so,
and he's taken some, first of all, since he's been an adult, a young adult, people have questioned because of his stances, they've questioned his sexuality. Not because he doesn't think anything's wrong with being gay, he doesn't care if people think he is.
Right.
If there's nothing wrong with it,
I don't need
who
to
cares?
dismiss it because, yeah.
But, he's streaming, he's Netflix, he's West End, he's Broadway, he's international films. He's doing this for the Trevor Project on YouTube.
Yeah.
So that is a good ally. And speaking of good allies, there is, when we were in, everything was shut down and we were basically just worshiping online.
Yeah.
We reached people all over the world, really upped our online game, and continue to exist as a hybrid community that we're here and we're everywhere. But during that time, we met some wonderful people, and they've really become super faithful. And one of them just really sticks in my mind right now. I won't call her name out, but she is a woman, I believe retired, well retired, lives in the rural South in the Bible Belt, a straight woman. And she has become one of our most generous contributors.
Yeah.
She doesn't miss a Sunday online. She may never step foot in this place, but she comments all the time. She prays with us. This ally, just from nowhere, I've never laid eyes on her face, but she writes these beautiful handwritten letters to us that she just some lady in the South
Yeah.
just chose to be our friend and our ally and our supporter and part of our community. Oh, we need a zillion more of them. How can we, do you think, get allies involved? If someone's watching now and they're like, oh, this seems like a great place. I think I want to be their ally. How can I get involved? And maybe not even just with the church, but maybe with the cause at all. Maybe with PFLAG or just any way to support the LGBTQ community, especially since they're under such attack so universally right now. What do you suggest people do to be good allies?
Well, I think I'm certain that there are probably people wondering what they can do, especially with what's going on right now. And I would just say to them, find the nearest LGBTQ, pride place or church that you can get involved with, because there's so much to be done. And it's not just one thing to be done right now. There's a lot to be done. Find those places that you already can see that is standing up and probably been attacked for who they are. And just say, how can I help? And sometimes the how can you help may be just saying, because you asked a question.
Yeah.
How can I be an ally, or how can I help? Says a lot more than doing anything else. So I think just seeking it out.
And never vote for people who are going to hurt queer people.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one thing. One, always vote. And two, don't vote for mean people.
Yeah.
And I would actually encourage folks to really get to know people in the LGBTQ community, not just dinner parties or that kind of thing, but get to know us. Sit down, hear our stories, hear what we've been through. I think a lot of it may resonate. And I think, folks who are empathetic will get that. Will understand that, this is a community that has been diminished and hurt and really needs good allies to stand with us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Stick your toe in.
Yeah.
Stick your toe in. There are, in almost every state, I'm sure in every state, there are organizations that are already established that speak to the LGBTQ plus community. Find one of them that closely aligns to what you're looking to do and go ahead and see what you can do with them. Yeah. And a check to that organization.
So good.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Never
absolutely.
hurt.
Absolutely.
Right.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.